Before we get to the 3Y Grand Prix, today we have a secret meeting, the first in this career mode. Who will want to be signing us for Season 2? We'll find out in just a moment. But first of all, if you missed the previous video at Suzuka, I recommend you go and check that out before seeing this one, because spoiler, it's another P8, so not the end of the world, but it could have been a lot better. Albon has yet to score so far, so yes, I'm looking for hopefully to not lose as many positions at the end of the race as well. And it's Red Bull, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, are they that desperate to sign me in case Verstappen gets banned or something? I don't know. It would be nice if they said if there was some more links to this. So let's say we want to put you into racing balls, for example, definitely, and then, you know, if you have a good first season, then we might put you in Red Bull. I think that would be something nice to see in the future of these contract talks. Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to be moving to Red Bull for Season 2. First of all, I'm still a Mercedes Junior driver in this career mode, and secondly, I don't think that, yeah, so I mean, Yuki it was a 1-2 for Red Bull, so why are they looking to get rid of Tsunoda? I presume unless Verstappen is planning to walk at the end of Season 1. Who knows, but yes, I am though going to decline these talks and hold out for a move to Mercedes.
Hey, just a quick one from me. The team are pleased that you've declined that meeting. Gold star, brownie points, etc., etc. I guess we'll see if anything else more exciting comes calling, but let's focus on our current seat for now.
And also Mercedes. Now, interestingly, they've not fixed this bug yet, despite the fact they've announced the first patch earlier for F125. Drive 0 miles during the weekend. The easiest goal so far. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, yes, so front downforce has failed. Yes, this is a little bit annoying because we want to get to drag reduction. That's probably going to be the big one. So that's going to cost us a little bit. Also, we want tyre wear as well. Minor weight reduction is a huge upgrade. It's 370 resource points. I mean, it's going to come in for Miami, whatever happens, but that's going to upload 3 parts on the Sashi. But Albon is looking at that. So I think that I will purchase the front downforce and that Albon, hopefully, do the weight reduction upgrade. But he's moved off. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. We needed that. We need that upgrade. That is going to be one important. I know it's only a minor upgrade, but it unlocks so many parts of the Sashi R&D section as well. In terms of R&D, I mean, Alpine have brought an upgrade to Bahrain. Red Bull have brought an upgrade too. Bearing in mind, of course, with this performance, it's not realistic. We still need that performance update coming at a later date, as now has. The bottom 3 teams have been cut adrift, really, but...
Alright, get ready to jump out if you get too hot in there. There's a problem with the cooling system and it's going to take us a few minutes to correct it.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the failures. I mean, at least it's not like it was... I think, was it last year's game or the year before where they were every race? I don't know. There's a McLaren on the racing line. They need to sort this out. You know, it's Japan at the week... You know, on Monday's video, where I got blocked twice in qualifying. But what happened here again? They need to get off the racing line while you're on a flying, while I'm on a flying lap and they're on a slow lap. Please, EA Codemasters, if you're watching us, have gone purple first sector. Don't read too much into that. Yes, fingers crossed that they do look at that and fix it at some point in the future as well. But we're coming up to the middle sector. This is the worst corner, turn 10. Look at that twitchiness and a lost time out of turn 10. And that's where the car should be, on the left hand side, McLaren. Thank you very much. Not out of the way, not on the racing line. It's going to come through into the final sector. What's this race time going to be? You see, we're still falling a bit tense up on Alonso's time, so that's not too bad. Now I come into the final sector, which is not too bad. I mean, it's just a few 90 rights, really. I'm starting to run out of ERS though, so ERS upgrade will probably be on the cards at some point in the future. 6/10 gained on my previous best time, 6.5 gained. This is going to be a glorious one. I'm out of battery as we go across the line, but where will it be? P8, that's a good result. Just in front, my teammate Alex Albon as well. Verstappen takes pole. Tsunoda is on the second row ahead of Norris as well. That is, I mean, I'm happy that Alex is up with us, but I'm slightly annoyed we've got Ocon and Gasly up here as well. Antonelli with a shocker down in P19. Hamilton also not doing well too. Well, we'll have to wait what will happen. It's time for the 3 Grand Prix from 8th place on the grid.
Started as a day race, it now runs at night. Welcome to Bahrain International Circuit for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Tsunoda, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Piastri, Gasly, Phoenix, Albon and Esteban Ocon, Hamilton, Lawson, Fernando Alonso and Hülkenberg, Bortoleto, Hadjar, Ollie Behrman and Lance Stroll, Antonelli and Jack Doohan. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me is Anthony Davidson. Well, they say you're only as good as your last race. And on evidence there, that was very good indeed. How do they carry that form through to today?
You've done it once, can you do it again? But, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
Okay, Mark here. Let's get another points finish today. I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
No pressure there for Mark, but at least his radio messages before the race are actually improved for this year's game. Race strategies are one stop. Yeah, I am pessimistic about using the soft tyres. I really do think that the AI have a tyre advantage over the player on this game. Let me know what your experience is in the comments below. Yes, I'm going to start mediums. If the tyre wear is too harsh, we can switch to hards. I think hards is probably way forward in this early part of this career. Only the Slaubers though are on hards. Most people are on mediums. Sorry, soft tyres. Excuse me. A few people on mediums as well. Split the strategy at Williams. Why not? Let's see what we can do. From 8th place on the grid, 5 red lights then for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And please, thank you, and away we go. And as usual, lap 25. It's a poor start for the AI. I'm up to P6 now. I'm going to go try and Piastri going way too defensive there. I'm going to try and definitely get him. There's a bit of argy-bargy between the 2 Red Bulls, as well as one of them's got now. I'm up to P4. What lovely little start. There's more contact between the 2 Red Bulls there, as well as they go 3 wide with George Russell. Russell will take the lead there as well. I'm going to have to defend the inside from Lando Norris, who's coming back at me. And with Norris, I'm just going to let him go. He clearly wants to and then he decides to brake check me. Thank you very much, Lando. As well, he doesn't really want to be stuck behind. I remember what happened, of course, in Suzuka when he was stuck behind me as well, and he lost his front end plate in that moment. As they're still going side by side with between Russell and Russell and Verstappen, but Russell falls in behind there. Meanwhile, our teammate isn't really making much progress as usual. he's stuck behind Hamilton. So yes, a lot of work needs to be done there in trying to improve Albon. This car, you know, Albon's rating, by the way, is way too low. He's like 83 rated on this game, which is a shock. Diabolical, excuse me. I'm trying to have a look at Norris here. You know, he's getting bogged down behind Tsunoda. There's a gap there between, you know, between Tsunoda and Russell, and Norris, he just needs to get on with it, as well as he goes round the outside. Then if Yuki Tsunoda into turn 1 will have the straight line speed and comfortably move up into P3 there, as well as Tsunoda's been forced out. I've got not got all that battery left, as well as the tyres there are starting to wear out. I'm not able to get Tsunoda there. Well, I am able to get Tsunoda, with DRS here, round the outside. Tsunoda just, you know, also that twitch didn't help, but yes, round the outside is. I'm ahead of Tsunoda up to P4, but now, yes, I'm trying to use a bit of ERS, and I think at this point, it's time for the DRS games, you know, because it goes past Leclerc, as well, and that's probably that position lost to Leclerc as well, although I will try and get him back, as well as my teammate. He was fighting for P11. He's got behind Hamilton, but he's stuck. But he's now been overtaken by Fernando Alonso. Alonso was in front of him at the start, I remember, as well. And the DRS games are just carrying on here. None in the final sector, not to get too much ERS, because it's reduced harvesting because of, again, stupid personal think game. Again, they've made ERS more complicated than it needs to be on this game. But yes, this is just a textbook maneuver with DRS. As well, I leave space for Tsunoda on the outside. Of course, this does allow the top 4 to run away. But I'd love to keep P5. That'd be a good result. Look at the rear tyres, 27% on the rear left. Compare that to 11% on the front right. That is not good when you've got a disparity between the percentages as well. So we've got 3 wide here between Tsunoda and Piastri. And there's a contact again, but somehow that no one's lost the front end plate yet as well. And that is, Tsunoda now battling with Gasly. I wonder if Tsunoda's got some other damage, like a side pod damage or something that's just not showing visually or something. I don't know. As well as that is Lance Stroll, and he is out of the race with an engine failure. Now, if this was real life, there would have to be a virtual safety car for that, but there isn't as well. And that is, well, yeah, Tsunoda re-overtakes both Piastri and myself. Again, there is the back out that you see from Piastri, and obviously he's backed out, and then he's just lost so much momentum. By the time he ends the end of the straight, they're going 3 wide between Hamilton, Gasly and Piastri as well, and it's going to be Gasly, who comes out on top as well. So yes, up at the front, that's a Spinala for Norris. He was catching Verstappen as well, so that's a little bit disappointing that Lando has bottled it as well. He'd be down to P4 again. I'm just being a pain, causing a train behind for P5. Yeah, you know, and again, this is just textbook maneuver. Now I've got free air to try and push on. They're going to pit later. I'm going to try and extend this to get most out of the soft tyres, which I'm going to gamble. It's a bit of a gamble as well. Ollie Behrman, as we're watching here, stuck behind his teammate, but not for much longer. That's a plume of smoke, and that can only wiggle one. That's an engine failure. Now, at this point, yes, Norris is going to get back in front of George Russell. Russell's been overtaken by Leclerc, and Russell is going backwards in this Grand Prix as well as they're coming into the pits. I've got Oscar Piastri having a go. This time I'm not getting any DRS because we're going into the pits. Exactly what I'm going to do here. Into the pits at the end of lap number 10 onto 11. And the safety car has come out to, I had a look, and I don't know if it was because of a load of braking into the pits or something, caused the second yellow momentarily, because that was the only thing I could find. No, everyone else is going in the right direction, except for Ollie Behrman, because he had just retired. So, yeah, I don't mind having a safety car to recover Behrman's car. It will help me with tyre wear, because if we were racing, I don't think the soft tyres would have made it. up at the front then, Verstappen leads, he'll probably be mortified at the safety car because, you know, there's the top four. They are, well, yes, now being closed up together. I've got the best tyres of all, but they're not going to last too much. You can see they're already 8% on the rears, and we've only been behind the safety car. I'm going to use a bit of the ERS. I've got to make the most of these tyres at the moment. I'm going to send it on George Russell, who has been falling backwards since the opening round of the race. Again, I wonder if he's got damage as well. Russell, though, yeah, Mark decides to get ambitious and wants me to overtake Norris. I mean, no, that's not happening. So this is about defending Russell, and I think we've got a little bit enough ERS to defend against Russell, as well as not watching my teammate. He's on the hard tyres now, so soft hards for Albon. Maybe that was the better strategy to go. Potentially, we'll have a look at potentially doing that in Miami at the start of the race. And Russell again defending in that corner. My tyres are going. They are dead. They're dead already. Gone past. As soon as you go past the 25%, and they're going 3 wide. That's going to help me between Piastri, Alonso, who's coming out of nowhere. You know, he was overtaking Albon at the start of the race. Now he's at the front of this train as well. And that is Norris and Leclerc battling for P2. And that's going to allow Verstappen to run away to victory as well. I'm trying to hold on as much as possible for the P4. You can see Russell has fallen behind Alonso. Piastri's now and Hamilton have got in front of Alonso. But look at this. You know, I've got absolutely no. I'm trying to go side by side. 48 on the rears. Slidey time is that's what it is. Yes. This is diabolical on the softs. The soft tyres on this game. How can you suggest a medium soft tyre strategy when we've got this much tyre wear? You know, these tyres, surely medium hard or soft hard would be this better strategy as well. As I've got Hamilton, he's got DRS here. To be honest, he's got the better exit, but it's not going to matter too much because the DRS is going to open, and I'm going to blast eventually past Lewis as well. Piastri's going to make it 3 wide as well, so we'll go deep. There's a lock up there, I think, for Hamilton. Look at that traction, beautiful out of there, and up to P4 once again as well. But Hamilton's going to come back at me down to turn 4. Round the outside, this will have to be. Do I have the rear tyres to hold on to P4? Bit of chopping and changing going on there, but I've got the traction. Just about enough left on the tyres to hold on for P4. Now I'm going to go defensive, try and squeeze Hamilton to the inside as well. Try and get the better exit. Piastri's gone to the outside, nothing doing there. Ocon is now ahead of Alonso, so Alonso, you know, there's a load of chopping and changing behind me. I'm going to use DRS up to the line for P4. Best result of the season. I kind of think that it would have been a bit more comfortable had I had the hard tyres on. I really do, because that was not good. Russell, I think, will be annoyed. You know, it would have been P5. This was a much better control at the end of the race. But yes, again, you know, when we put the hard tyres on, though, it hasn't necessarily gone to plan, as we saw in the previous races. Now, Gasly, Tsunoda and Antonelli all got 10 second penalties for speeding under the safety car as well. So, yes, in terms of the Drivers' Championship, I'm level on points with Russell. Wow, okay. Albon, that gives Albon a point, by the way, those penalties. So that is good news for us, because we're up to 21 points now, which is level with Mercedes. So, yes, Red Bull is still leading away from McLaren and Ferrari just behind. Mercedes, I mean, Antonelli really needs a performance increase sooner rather than later. Hopefully that is coming soon as well. They haven't sorted out the stats, though. I mean, we're still gaining way too much, except for the pace stat as well, up to 67 rated already. And we were supposed to be targeting 69 rated, I think, by the end of the season. We've only had 3 races as well. To 18 overtakes. I didn't make 18 overtakes. Well, probably did, but that should not be like that, because, you know, finishing position plus your start position shouldn't be that much gain. They need, please, Codemasters and EA, please take a look at this as well. Driving standards, avoiding penalties shouldn't be that high either, in my opinion. But I know they're not going to take a look at this, personally speaking, because their focus is my team for now as well. In terms of recognition, 48-52, so we are gaining on Albon. I'm hoping that when Albon gets his proper rating to 89-90 rated, where he should be, not the pathetic 83 rated that he currently is, that you know, he will then, that recognition will slide down as well, and we'll see Albon fighting with us, because that's where I think this car really realistically is. It can fight for those P4, P5 positions as well. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, see plenty more F125 driver career mode videos as they come out. The next video at Miami will be out next week sometime. It is a sprint race, so it takes longer to record, as well as being Miami being one of my worst tracks on the grip calendar as well. This will be probably likely the only one and only race that I do at Miami in this career mode on the game, and get it over with, get it done and out the way. But yes, until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.